As the daughter of two Palestinian refugees, I'm often reminded of the vast struggles my parents faced 50 years ago. Forced to leave everything behind and seek asylum due to ongoing war, the vast majority of my parents' childhoods were paved by hate and violence, which left little room for them to receive a proper education or to experience a normal childhood. Fortunately, my parents were eventually granted refuge, but millions of these children to this day are not given such an opportunity and continue to suffer from such a conflict. It is appalling that we live in a world where this narrative holds true for a great deal of the population, but what we must remember is that we have the power to write a new narrative. A narrative where migrant children are free to live a life of appreciation and acceptance rather than a life of fear. We have to remember that we as the youth have a common purpose, a higher purpose not about ourselves, but about who we are as a world and who we wish to be for future generations. Are we a world that tolerates the hypocrisy of a system where children are not given an equal opportunity to succeed, or are we a world that gives every child an equal chance to prosper? Are we a world that tolerates children being ripped away from their parents' arms? Or are we a world that values family and works together to bring family together? It is clear to see we are growing up in an increasingly diverse society, and it is essential that we cultivate, now more than ever, a world where we not only recognize one another's differences, but we embrace and appreciate them. Reform begins with the individual, and once we learn to see our differences as a uniting force, we can then spread this ideal into our communities, gradually igniting a revolution of embrace. It is our duty as children of the free world to transform walls of separation into bridges of unification, and to be the voice for those who do not have one, but most importantly, to fight for those who cannot.